All right. So, that did not take long. Finally got my first, what I would call hater comment. And I was expecting it, to be honest. But I don't understand. But at the same time, I was surprised. We were going well, and there's a couple of people that have commented as far as with good motivational, keep at it, do your thing. But there was never, definitely nothing malicious about it. And then I erased a comment. I just don't need that kind of negativity, and I also don't want that kind of interaction in my site or on my comment section or anything like that, just because I know that there's probably some really good people that would comment on that guy and say this, that, and the other, what have you. And I just don't need that. I never replied. I erased the comment. I blocked the dude. And that's, going to be, from here on out, that's going to be my routine. I'm not going to answer back. I don't need engagement. There's those channels up on whatever it is, whether it's here, there, on any other platform, that purposely put up misinformation in order for people to get on there and can't wait to be keyboard warriors and correct them on their errors. And, I'm here to tell you that, hey, man, that's just all part of the actual engagement. Someone found out a long time ago that it doesn't matter what kind of engagement you get, as long as you get some, it's good, and it drives the algorithm. And unfortunately, good or bad, this is what happens. So a lot of people will say, hey, Abraham Lincoln was born in 1995, and he was, president of the United States for a couple of years, and this, that, and the other, and he got us out of the Great Depression. And people are quick to go right on there and say stupid stuff about the channel and say whatever mean things about the channel, and of course correct the information like you're an idiot, that's never happened, this, that, and the other, the whole time playing into the there's no such thing as bad press sort of thing, right? And that's not the type of engagement that I want with this. I'm not here to, there's no big transformation happening. And again, I noticed I am just holding myself accountable with all of this here in my with my routine and my exercise, and I think I've been doing a pretty good job. I haven't been taking too many days off, but I have been lacking on uploading videos and doing that. I've been recording myself, and at the moment it's quite a bit of a mess. I've been using different cameras to record myself. I got this new setup that I got to record myself. And it turns out it's not as wide as I want it to be unless I do something else at a different angle. I don't want to do that. I'm shooting myself from, I decided to use my action cameras because it's got a wider lens, because even though this routine is from the 22nd of April, we are now on the 11th of May in the year of our Lord 2025, and I have added squats to my routine. And oh man, remember when I was telling you before? I don't know if you guys remember. Who the hell's following along? But when I first started uploading these things, I was letting you know that I wasn't sore, and I wasn't stopping because of soreness or anything like that. Well, this time around, doing squats using my weight as the weight, which of course you can see I'm fat. It is. Now we're going into starting to kind of segue into power lifting. I know that powerlifting is something completely more extreme, but in the way that I have it in my brain, now we're talking about really lifting weights, doing squats, doing push-ups, and I'm doing girly push-ups, guys. I don't mind telling you, I'm looking I'm looking feeble, but I'm recording it. I'm doing the push-ups from my knees, and I could be doing push-ups on a chair or on a bench. I don't have a bench yet, but I'll probably end up looking into getting one. Thinking that doing free weight bench presses is probably going to be better for me. But hey, it's working out. I'm feeling the burn. You know what I'm saying? And so I did. I did the squats, and I'll talk about it in a bit when that video comes up. But I did squats for a couple of days. I was really sore, took a day off, started up again today, and I feel better now. And the exercise bike again does help with the soreness, because it gets the blood pumping and things like that. But yeah, man, I was really surprised and kind of bummed out that somebody just basically talking shit about my workout. And I'm like, okay, well, and then you go on their channel, and this is not just with working out or with anything. I'm also a photographer. I'm trying to be more of a videographer as well. I'm trying to make short films and short little documentaries to get myself going for bigger projects. But in the photography world, in the art world, and in the music world, everyone's got something to say. And yet they have nothing posted on their channel. There's nothing creative about what they're doing. There's nothing from them. And I think that is the saddest and most cowardly thing to do when you critique somebody and on purpose don't post anything else so that you don't get critiqued. The whole people in glass houses, right? And it's just the minuscule cowardice of people that really, become apparent on social media when there's no sort of personal confrontation on anybody. There is and no accountability for their actions other than being able to report them and go, hey, it'd be nice to go, yeah, you know what, this guy's being an asshole on the platform and should be kicked off. And in my experience, that's not free speech, to be able to talk shit to people on a platform. That's, go do that somewhere else. Go do it outside. Platforms aren't free speech. They never have been. And I don't know where people got that sort of idea to where free speech this, free speech that. Hey, man, they're all private platforms, and they should all be regulated. Right now, on my algorithm and Instagram, I'll call it out. There are way too many racist things coming up that are coming unchecked. And I don't understand how, if the logarithm and the program can catch videos of half-naked women and content and go, hey, this isn't appropriate, how come it can't catch language? That's something that I'm like absolutely weirded out about. When you start using racist slurs and racist terms, how is language not part of that net, that filter that's supposed to not be allowed? And yet, somebody posts up a risque picture of a woman in a bikini or lingerie, and then all of a sudden, the whole world goes mad while there's absolutely nothing showing. I mean, where do you draw the line, sort of thing? So yeah, all that's weird to me. But like I said, none of these platforms are public. They're all private. So Instagram can do whatever the fuck it wants. So can YouTube. There's a bunch of other platforms that are out there that allow for certain things to go through under the guise of free speech. And free speech isn't you get to do whatever you get to say whatever you want. Free speech is you get to say whatever you want and you live with the consequences. And that's what it is. And free speech, by the way, was meant for journalism as well. So that whole thing weirds me out again. And again, these are all private platforms. If YouTube one day goes, hey man, I'm not doing anything on my platform other than showing how to work out, at least in at least a playlist. I have a playlist set up to where all I have is my workout videos. All of a sudden, if YouTube one day goes, hey, you know what? Workout videos are no longer allowed on this platform. We want, it goes against our guidelines and how we do it. Hey man, I have to live with that. It's their platform. They do what they got to do. Until they get subsidized by federal grants, and unless there's some sort of like for instance, if NPR or public access movies or public access channels, I don't know if you guys remember those, if PBS all of a sudden had a platform that was indeed funded by federal grants and people like you, they would have to adhere to any and all laws that are that affect whatever, and would have to allow certain things and not allow certain things. But the fact that this is a private platform, hey man, they don't allow that. I know that the ones, I don't even know if you're allowed to say guns on this channel anymore, but all the gun channels got, one of my favorite gun channels got somehow demonetized. I don't know how that's going to work. There's certain things you can show on a gun channel and certain things you can't, about, as far as I know, to get monetized. And all of that is kind of, again, that's part of the YouTube. If they don't want to show gun culture, that's great. But yet they show some of this other culture that weirds me out. Like, hey, man, I don't know. But again, I can't complain. This is their platform. They do what they want to do. And I understand trying to make a more wholesome environment, which is what, I trying to do is, in a sense, trying to understand why posting bad content takes off, and while posting decent content doesn't take off as much. And yes, on the superficial level, of course I understand where that is. That's not that's not a mystery. But on a more subconscious level, we need to understand how bad that is, and start consuming, content. And I dare say, boring content. And I'm not throwing myself out there, because my content is really boring. I have nothing to offer, and that's not what this is. And again, it's just a platform for me to work out and just talk shit. But at this point, it's allow for the more boring content to go through. Whatever, we'll see. All right, I'll talk to you on the next one. Take it easy, enjoy your youth.